Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing good. In today's video, I'll be answering one of the comments that was posted in one of my videos. Niharika and Shivani, they had requested for Laal Ishq tutorial video. So today we'll be learning this most beautiful song from the movie Ramleela. So before we get into our video, let's set our Shruti box to the scale A. This song is from the movie Golion ki rasleela, Ramleela. And it is beautifully composed by Sanjay Leela Bhansali ji, lyrics by Siddharth-Garima, and sung by the most soulful singer Bollywood or the entire film industry has ever seen, Arijit Singh ji. This song is set in the rag called Bihag. The speciality of this raga is, according to me, it talks straight to your heart. You don't have to have any instruments at the background. You don't have to have even a Shruti box. Even with plain just voice, it can talk to your heart. So that's why I love this raga so much, and it's one of my most favorite ragas also. And there is one kriti by Shri Swati Tirunal, which I know. The lyrics were written in the language Telugu. And the song goes something like this. Saramaina matalintu chalu chalu rasami saramaina matalintu chalu chalu rasami. For those who are listening to this song for the very first time, you might not understand the lyrics, you might not know what the song is about, but I'm sure you would have found it pleasing. So that's why I said this raga talks directly to your heart. Alright, let's park the stories here and let's get into the song. So before the song starts, right, there is a set of chorus which has like 4 lines. So we know the position of the note sa. Sa. This is our position of note sa. The very first word, ye, actually starts at the note sa. Ye, ye, sa. So that is our starting note, okay? And immediately it goes down. Ye, ye. So the first word ye has 2 notes, and the starting position of that note is sa, and then it goes 1 step down. Ye, ye. So that was our ye. The next word is lal. La of the lal starts 1 note above sa. Ye la, ye la. So there is our la. And it again comes back to sa. So what did we actually do? We started at sa, we went 1 step down, and then the next note went 1 step above sa, and we came back to sa, right? Ye lal. And rest of the notes for the word ishq stays at the same sa. Ye lal ishq. So this is our first line. Let's sing this together. Ye lal ishq. Now the second line, ye malal ishq. And this line also is to be sung exactly same like our first line. Ye malal ishq. So ye ma goes down, la again goes back to the same position, 1 note above sa, and then it comes back down to sa, and ishq stays at sa. Ye malal ishq. That's it. Now the third line, ye ab ishq. So ye stays the same, ye, and the a of that ab goes to the same note like in the previous lines, 1 note above sa. Ye a. And then in the previous line we came down to sa, but in this line we stay at the same place. Ye ab, ye ab. Then ishq, right, the last ishq, it goes further up. Ye ab ishq, ishq. Ishq has 2 notes, and both the notes stays at the same place. However, the position of the note goes a little up. Ye ab ishq. If you can note the difference, ab ishq. So let's sing this third line together. Ye ab ishq. Perfect. Now finally, ye bair ishq. And if you notice in the ye, right? Ye has 4 notes in the last ye, okay? Ye, ye. So these are the 4 notes. And where is the starting position of these notes? It's the same place where we ended the previous line. Ishq, if you remember. Ishq, ye, ye. And then comes bair ishq. And it is very easy. You remember our Laal Ishq in the first line? Ye Laal Ishq, Laal Ishq. Bair ishq also comes the same way. Bair ishq. Now let's join these 2 words, ye bair ishq, together and see how it sounds. Ye bair ishq. But there is a sudden drop, right? Ye bair ishq. So we'll have to connect that and sing. So with the connection, how is it going to sound? Ye bair ishq. That's it. So you start the bair right from the same place where you end ye, right? Let's sing these 4 lines together in a very slow pace, and then we'll see the tempo and rhythm pattern of this, okay? Ye laal ishq, ye malal ishq, ye ab ishq, ye bair ishq. Perfect. Now, one thing to note here is we are extending the ishq because we are trying to learn it, right? But in the actual song, you don't have so much space to extend the ishq. Now how we are singing? Ye laal ishq, ye malal ishq. We are extending it, right? But in the actual song, you have to start the next lines immediately. So if we have to sing this in the beat pattern of this song goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll sing this in a very slow pace. So I'm singing this in a tempo of 60 BPM. If you have a metronome, you can set it up. Otherwise, you can just follow me. Our beat pattern goes something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And our song always starts at the note 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. On that 4th count, our song will start. Alright? Now let's sing it along. 1, 2, 3. Ye laal ishq, ye malal ishq, ye ab ishq, ye bair ishq. Now if you notice, the ye, right, all the ye's will start exactly at the 4th count, okay? So let's try and sing this again. 1, 2, 3. Ye laal ishq, ye malal ishq, ye ab ishq, ye bair ishq. Ishq, ishq. So the last ishq, ishq, right? It is to be sung the same way. So you just repeat the ishq, ishq twice. That's it. So this is our chorus. Now let's move ahead. But before we get into our song, I want you all to appreciate yourself because this is a very tough song. And it is one of the most beautiful songs. But you decided to learn this song, right? That itself is a great thing. It shows how much passionate you are about music and about this song, right? So I really appreciate you for staying and sticking together. Okay, let's move ahead. The very first line, the starting note of tujh, right? That starts at the note ga. It's okay even if you do not know where the note ga is, we'll learn it, okay? If you remember our last ye ye bair ishq, that ye, the starting note of that ye and this tujh is same. Okay, where did we start our ye bair ishq? Ye, that is where we started, right? The tu of the tujh also starts at the same place. Tu, ga, that is the note. Okay, tu. Now from there it goes further up. Tujh, tujh, that is our tujh. Now comes sang. Sang, sang starts even further high. Where did we end our tujh? Tujh, sang, sang. So that is our sang. So sang starts at the higher place and then the end of sang comes a little down. Tujh sang, sang. Alright, that is our tujh sang. Then comes bair. The bair starts at the same place where we ended sang. Sang, bair, sang, bair. And then there is a sudden drop. But actually, the bair is to be sung like bair. So that's how we sing it, right? Bair. So the note drops down to bair. And then we complete it. Re. That stays at the same place. Then comes lagaya. La, la. So lagaya goes a little up and comes back. La, gaya, gaya. Gaya stays this at the same place. La, gaya. That's it. Okay. Then aisa goes further down. Aisa, lagaya, aisa, aisa. It goes further down, but a, sa stays at the same note. But the note is below where we ended lagaya, right? Now let's sing lagaya and aisa together. Lagaya, aisa, lagaya, aisa. That's it, okay? Now let's sing this whole line together. Tujh sang bair, lagaya, aisa. Once more. Tujh sang bair, lagaya, aisa. Perfect. Now comes the second line. The second line is same as that of the first line, but just that there are a lot of variations in this, right? So let's try and learn that. The first word, tujh. Tujh stays the same. Tujh. Alright? In the next word, which is sang, there is a small variation in that. Sang, sang, ah. So what we do is we just stress on the sang note twice. That's it. Tujh sang, sang. That's it. Okay. Now this is our tujh sang. Then comes bair. In bair, there is a significant variation. The first bair was plain. Bair. The second bair, it sounds like bair, bair. So there is a small zigzag pattern. So the first two notes are same. Bair. That is the first two notes. Then it goes a little up and then comes down. Again goes up and then comes down. Bair, bair, bair. So this is our bair. Okay. Now the completion of bair, right? So the completion part has four notes, right? Alright, so now let's combine this together and sing. Now let's combine tujh sang bair and then sing it together. Tujh sang bair. Perfect. Now comes lagaya. Lagaya also is sung the same way as that of the first line. Lagaya, lagaya. Alright. And then comes aisa. Aisa also has a variation. Now the first aisa was plain. Aisa. That was our aisa. First aisa, right? Now the second aisa. Aisa, aisa. That has 5 notes. So the a has 4 notes. then comes sa. Sa, aisa. Now let's combine the whole line together and sing. Tujh sang bair lagaya aisa. Now one more thing to note here is lagaya and aisa won't stand plain. Lagaya will have to connect with aisa. So the gaya, right, that will drop down to aisa and then we sing it continuously. Lagaya, lagaya, aisa. So together with the connect, tujh sang bair lagaya aisa. Perfect. Now comes the next line. The first word is rahana. And how is it going to sound? Rahana. This is our rahana. Rahana. So where will it start? One step higher than aisa. So where did we end our aisa? Aisa, ra, aisa, rahana. Okay. Next comes me. Me, rahana, me. So me starts at the same place where we end rahana and goes down. Rahana me. Then comes fir apne. Fir drops completely down. If you remember, when we learned the chorus, right? Ye laal. We started at note sa and we went one step down. So the fir, right, that also goes to that note. Rahana me fir. Alright? So that is our fir. Apne, and apne again goes up. Apne fir. Apne. And then there is a small run there. Ah. So there are 6 notes. Apne, so that will have to join along when we finish apne. Apne, and then comes jaisa. Jaisa. So sa, the last sa, right, of the jaisa ends at the note sa. But it has to come gradually down. Apne jaisa. So when we sing this together from rahana, rahana me fir apne jaisa. One more thing is, so in the word fir, there is a small run. If you want, you can add that. In the original it comes. But if you prefer not to sing, it's totally okay. No, nothing wrong in that. Fir. There are 3 notes in that fir. Alright, so that fir, if you want, you can add it. So with that variation of that fir, how will it sound? Rahana me fir apne jaisa. Perfect. Now comes the next line. The next line is very easy, okay? Everything is same as that of rahana mein fir apne jaisa. Just that there is a small variation with that word apne, ne of that apne, right? That has a very slight variation. Also, there is another syllable that gets added which says ho in before the start, okay? So we ended our jaisa in the note sa. Jaisa. Before we start rahana, where is our rahana? Rahana. There is our rahana. So before we start that, we just add the note ho. Ho. So that we start from the note sa. Jaisa. Ho. So from sa we start and then we go to rahana's note, okay? Jaisa. Ho. Ho. So there is a small bend and then we go to that rahana, so that we give a seamless effect, okay? Now comes apne. The first apne sounded plain. Apne. That was our first apne. In the second one, with the variation, up stays the same, but there is only a slight variation in ne. And what is that variation? Up, ne, ne. So if you sing it slow, ne, 4 notes. Up, ne. But you don't sing it very slow. You have to sing it a little fast. But there are 4 notes. Even if you sing it fast, you have to accommodate all those 4 notes. Okay? Apne. So that ne. So that comes pretty quick. Ne. Like that it comes. So together, apne. And then comes the ending of that ne and jaisa, which is supposed to be sung the same way. Jaisa. Now let's sing the second line together. Ho raha na main phir apne jaisa. That's it. Okay? Pretty simple, isn't it? If you break it down, everything is simple. But there are a lot of things that you should notice in this, right? Now it is all words and notes. Okay? It is not sounding like a song because we are not connecting those notes. Okay, we are just singing it plain, right? Even in the chorus and even here, we sang it all plain. But for all of this to sound like a song, you should connect all the notes and sing it in a flow. Okay, only then it will sound pleasing. Okay, so let's try and connect these and try and sing it. Okay, tujh sang. This is how we sang, right? Like plain. So instead of tujh sang, instead of singing like that, we connect it. Tujh sang. So we sing it in a single flow, right? Single flow doesn't mean that you have to sing it in a single breath. Okay, that is not what I meant. Instead of breaking the words in between, like tujh sang, instead of doing like that, tujh sang, let's try and sing it together. That's what I meant. Okay, so let's try that. Tujh sang bair lagaya. So if you noticed, tujh sang bair lagaya became tujh sang bair lagaya. Can you see how much difference it makes? So this is what is called connecting the notes and singing it in a single flow. So let's try this again and then let's sing. Tujh sang bair lagaya aisa. So if you see, even if you have to break at lagaya and then sing aisa, that should also come a little soft and then that should also come in a flow. Tujh sang bair lagaya aisa. If you can notice, lagaya aisa became lagaya aisa, right? So that is the essence of connecting and singing it. Okay, now let's try this for the whole paragraph and let's try and sing it slow. Tujh sang bair lagaya aisa. Tujh sang bair lagaya aisa. रहा ना मैं फिर अपने जैसा, हो रहा ना मैं फिर अपने जैसा. That's it. Okay, see how simple it sounds, right? We learnt it perfectly plain and then it was very easy for us to connect it and sing, right? Now let's move ahead to the next set of words, which is Mera naam ishq, tera naam ishq. So you have already learned the tough part. Now comes the simple part. Okay. Now the very first Mera naam ishq. So apne jaisa ended at the note sa. Apne jaisa. And then it goes up. Mera. So, mera, right? So, there are 2 notes. Mera, mera. So, both the notes stays at the same place and then naam goes further high. Naam Ishq. So Naam Ishq. All four stays at the same place, but it is set a little higher to Mera, right? Mera Naam Ishq. So that is our Mera Naam Ishq. Then comes Tera Naam Ishq. Tera Naam goes further beyond. Tera. Tera has four notes and it starts at a higher pace, right? Tera Naam. Naam. So Naam also has four notes. Naam. So that's how it is sung. Na stays at the same place. Ma comes down. Ma. So singing Tera Naam together. Tera Naam Ishq. Ishq stays at the same place where we end Naam. Okay. Tera Naam Ishq. Okay. Now singing both these together. Mera Naam Ishq. Tera Naam Ishq. Now the second variation of this line is, it is sung exactly the same, just that in the first two lines we extend Ishq. Mera Naam Ishq. We extend that Ishq. Tera Naam Ishq. We extend there also. In the second variation, we don't extend. We sing it continuously. Mera Naam Ishq. Tera Naam Ishq. Notes are exactly the same, just that we don't extend the Ishq and we sing this together continuously. And one more thing to note here is, as we are singing it together, we don't sing Tera Naam. We don't sing it like that. We sing it with a connection. You remember the connections that we spoke? We sing it with that connection also. Tera becomes Tera, right? Tera Naam. So it sounds like a flow. That's the only difference. So from now on, whenever you sing it, once you learn the notes, try to sing it along with connections also, okay? So that your song will sound much better, okay? Now moving ahead to the next set of Mera Naam Ishq, Tera Naam Ishq, right? So our Mera Naam Ishq, Mera Naam Ishq, Tera Naam Ishq, ended there. Ishq. Now there is a sudden jump to a higher note. Mera Naam Ishq. So here again, Mera Naam. So Me starts at a note, Ra goes up, Naam again comes down and Ishq stays there. Mera Naam Ishq. So Tera Naam also follows the same note patterns, okay? Mera Naam Ishq, Tera Naam Ishq. But there are two slight differences. One is in Tera and another one is in the Naam. The Ra of the Tera, right, has a slight variation, and the variation is Tera Ra. That's it. It goes a little high and then comes back to the same note. Tera. That's it. That is one difference. And the second difference is in the Naam. 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 The Ma slightly comes down and then goes back. Naam Ishq. That is the only difference. Okay. So singing this along with the difference, how is it going to sound? Tera Naam Ishq. That's it. So singing both the lines together. Mera Naam Ishq, Tera Naam Ishq. That's it. Very easy, right? Now going to the final Tera Naam, Mera Naam. Before we go there, don't strain your voice. Just be mindful while you're singing this so that you don't strain your voice and affect your voice. Now let's learn the last part. Now where did we end our Tera Naam Ishq? Tera Naam Ishq, Ishq. That's where we ended. And it goes further up. And for your reference, the note actually is the note Ga, upper Ga. Mera. These are the notes, right? So it starts at note Ga, higher Ga, comes one step down, goes back to the same note, and then goes one step up. So this is our composition of that Mera. Mera. And then comes Naam. 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 So that is our Naam. Na, a, am. So there are four notes again. So the first two notes are the same. na. Actually, there are two notes, but we just sing it plain. Na. And the last two notes comes further down. Na. Now comes tera naam. And tera here again has four notes. Tera, tera. It's basically te-e-ra-a, right? Te-ra-a. So ra-a stays at the same place. The te of the tera, the two notes, right? That alone goes one step up. So it starts at a place, goes up and comes down. Tera. And then comes naam. Naam. It goes further down. Tera naam. Right? And then finally comes mera naam. Where if you remember we sang Ye Laal Ishq. In that we started at sa and then we went one note down, right? Ye, that is our starting note for mera. So now let's try and jump down to this note from tera naam. Tera naam, mera. Now mera has four notes. Mera, mera. And then comes naam. Naam also stays at the same note. Mera naam, naam. It stays there. Ishq alone goes back to the upper note, which goes a little high, which is one note upper to sa. Ishq, mera naam, ishq. And then we come back and join with the chorus. Ye laal ishq. Right? Mera naam ishq, ye laal ishq. Now let's sing the mera naam, tera naam, mera naam and continue with the chorus. And while you sing, remember to sing along with the connections. Mera naam, tera naam, mera naam ishq, ye laal ishq. That's it. Alright? So now let's sing the whole paragraph starting from tujh sang, and let's sing it in a very slow pace. Okay? And this tujh sang starts at the third note. The chorus, all the chorus, ye laal ishq, ye malal ishq, everything started at fourth note, but the actual song starts at the third note. Okay? Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We start at the third count, right? 1, 2. Tujh sang bair lagaya aisa. 1, 2. Tujh sang bair lagaya aisa. रहा ना मैं फिर अपने जैसा हो रहा ना मैं फिर अपने जैसा. Now comes the chorus. Mera naam ishq, tera naam ishq. Mera naam ishq, tera naam ishq. Mera naam ishq, tera naam ishq. Mera naam, tera naam, mera naam ishq. Ye laal ishq, ye malal ishq. Ye aib ishq, ye bair ishq. Ishq, 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 ishq. Wonderful. So So kudos to you all for actually trying this song. It is one of the most toughest song, but we learnt it very easily, right? So that is all the secret is. If you learn it slow, anything is easy in the world, right? So coming to the most important thing in this song. See, now we know how to sing the song correctly. We know how to sing the song in the tempo also, right? But the most essential thing for the song is the emotion. If you had seen the movie or just listened to the lyrics of the song, it only talks about how passionate, how deeply and how purely this guy is in love with this girl. So if you see that, the purpose of that guy is to love that girl. That is what it is, right? We have a lot of purposes in our life. Someone wants to become a great singer, that is one of the purpose. Someone wants to become a business tycoon, that is another purpose. But in this song, if you see, his only purpose is to love that woman. He is going to love that girl when he's sleeping, when he's eating, when he's walking, when he's living. So the entire time, the only thing that guy has to do is to love that woman. So when somebody is so passionately in love with someone, the emotion should come straight from the heart. We'll have to try and bring that emotion to the words and to the song that we are singing. So when you see the chorus, right, it says, Ye Laal Ishq. So it talks about various kinds of love, right? The red love, the flawed love, the enemy love, etc., right? So there are 4 lines in that. So whenever you say the word love, ishq, you bring some softness to the word, okay? Ye laal ishq, ye malal ishq. So the ishq has to be very soft, very subtle, and it should come with the flow. Ye laal ishq, ye malal ishq, ye aib ishq, ye bair ishq. And especially in the last line when he says the love is like an enemy love, that is where the pain of that word, like how did my love become enemy, right? The pain of that word has to be shown in that word bair, okay? Ye ishq, ye bair ishq. So the bair ishq should come very soft and with a lot of pain in that word, okay? Now, moving ahead to our first line, tujh sang bair lagaya, right? So the guy is actually trying to say that I made you such an enemy that I forgot who I was. He has loved that girl to such an extent that that girl became his enemy. He got so obsessed with her love that he forgot himself. He didn't know who he is actually, right? So there is a lot of pain, there is a lot of love in this particular line, right? So that emotion we have to bring in there. Tujhe sang, so that comes with a little power, and then comes bair lagaya aisa, right? So that comes really soft. So your voice starts off with a full power and then it goes very, very soft, saying, I don't know what I did. Something like that. So that kind of a meaning is what this particular line gives us, right? So that emotion also should come. Tujhe sang bair lagaya aisa. Right? Now the second line also repeats. Tujhe sang bair lagaya aisa. So if you see that aisa, right, bair lagaya and aisa, it has so much of pain in that, and it also has so much of love in that, right? So these two emotions are very important for this particular song, okay? Now the next line says Rahana main fir apne jaisa. So if you see, it is the same emotion that continues, that Rahana main fir apne. So that apne jaisa, Rahana main fir apne jaisa. Though apne jaisa is the most crucial word, where he realizes that he is a changed person now. So there is so much of pain in that, which comes like really soft over there, okay? Rahana main phir apne. So if you see, the voice goes in and then he realizes, then the voice comes out, then again the voice goes in. So if you see, there are a lot of dynamics in this, just these two words, right? Rahana main phir apne jaisa. So it is just flowing so easily, right? And then comes again another variation. Ho raha na main phir apne jaisa. Right? So this is our second line. And then comes Mera naam ishq, tera naam ishq, right? He says, my name is love. He's taking so much pride in saying that my name is love. And then he's also taking so much pride in saying the girl's name is also love. So my name is love, your name is love. So he's so proud of loving this girl so much. So he takes a lot of pride. Mera naam ishq. So there is a lot of power in this particular line, right? And when he points to the girl, tera naam ishq, your name is love, there is a lot of power, but there is also a little bit of softness to that word. Mera naam ishq, tera naam ishq, mera naam ishq, tera naam ishq. So the same emotion continues throughout. Mera naam, tera naam. So if you notice, mera naam, there is a lot of power. Tera naam. Here there is a lot of softness, right? And then finally comes the Gur. Mera naam ishq. So that comes plain. But still that Mera naam has a little bit of power if you notice. Mera naam ishq. And then when he starts the chorus, again the same emotion starts. Like if you remember, all the ishq was very, very soft, right? Mera naam ishq, ye laal ishq. And then it goes very soft. Ye malal ishq, ye aib ishq, ye bair ishq. So it goes very soft. So that is the emotion that you have to focus on, because the emotion is what makes this song so beautiful, so soulful. So do try this out and then let me know in the comment sections below if you enjoyed learning this song with me. I will soon post the next paragraph of this song. So please stay tuned, and I would really want to hear from you all if you had fun and if this video was helpful for you. It means really a lot to me. And once again, thank you Niharika and Shivani for posting that comment. I'll see you all soon. Till then, keep practicing and take care.